Hello and welcome back to another video. Here with me, Arne. We are playing Standard yet again, and I'm sleeving up a blue-black control mid-range type of deck. I don't exactly know how you would describe this, but in any case, it made top 4 in the most recent Standard Challenge. We have tournaments coming in from the new set. The Standard Challenge is on Magic Online, and this is one of the lists that was successful in one of them. It's playing the new card Chrome Host Seedshark, which whenever you cast a non-creature spell, incubate X, where X is that spell's mana value, so grows you an army, a little bit like Smoldering Egg, a little bit like Mana Form Hellkite, in the sense that it cares about the mana value of the spell and not just whatever spell that may be. So what that works with is X spells. The bigger the better, right? The bigger the spell, the better the incubate tokens you get. So Blue Sun's Twilight and March of Wretched Sorrow make a lot of sense there. And what we're also incorporating is Tezzeret. Just like in the blue-white Tezzeret control incubate deck that I tried in the early access event, here we have the synergy, of course, of Tezzeret flipping your tokens, your incubate tokens immediately, so you go really crazy with the Seedshark. And basically, if you have a Tezzeret out, you can imagine your Seedshark doesn't make incubate tokens, it just makes creatures the size of the mana value of your spell that you cast. So that is kind of broken. And this is really what the deck is going for. And of course, they're also in conjunction very good. You go Seedshark turn 3, turn 4 Tezzeret, make yourself a 4-4 with the Seedshark, boom, flip that 4-4. And you can also just immediately turn that thing into an 8-8 by -2ing with the Tezzeret onto the incubate token, which will be a 4-4 +1/+1 counter. So that's pretty messed up. And surrounding that, we have Cut Down, Go for the Throat, Make Disappear. Just, you know, the cleanest, best interaction spells we have in Standard. Reckoner Bankbuster, of course, which is great with Tezzeret 2. Activates for 0 with Tezzeret in play. And then some Graveyard Trespasser for Graveyard and Shenanigans. And Sheoldred. Yeah, we're maxing out on must-kill threats, I suppose. Seedshark, gotta go for the throat that thing, otherwise it runs out of control. And yeah, Sheoldred, of course. I mean, I gotta kill that thing immediately. Mana base, pretty simple. Playing 5 and 5, all the dual lands. The 2 legendary lands in the colors, and Blast Zone, which is an interesting one. But, I mean, stuff like Mono White with enchantments, lots of permanents. Blast Zone can come in out of a blue-black deck to destroy those pesky non-land permanents that you otherwise, in blue-black, can't really touch. So I suppose that is the plan here. Sideboard, we're looking at Rona's Vortex, which is either 1 mana bounce spell for an opposing creature, or 4 mana kill anything really, creature or planeswalker, put it under the deck. That is clean gone. You know, as good as exiling pretty much. Duress, yeah, don't need to explain that. Negate neither. Go for the throat number 4 makes sense. More Duress, 3 unlicensed Hearse, and 2 more Trespasser. The Hearse great against the Reanimator decks. Trespasser also good against Reanimator, but additionally very nice against Mono Red, one of the best cards there because it exiles annoying stuff like Squee, the Phoenix Chick, and it also is reasonable against soldiers, I would say, because they do have like the Valiant Veteran, the Yotian Frontlander. They sometimes play Denic. They have Extraction Specialist. So against that deck, you also want to exile the Graveyard a little bit. And hey, if you're playing a grindy red-black mirror, I think you can bring this card into. Not a mirror, but if you're getting faced against a black mid-range deck. And another copy of March of Wretched Sorrow, really solidifying the mono-red matchup. Yeah. Blue Sun's Twilight, I'm a big fan. March, I've never really been a big fan of, but I will give it a shot with the Chrome Host Seedshark. I'm not going to make any changes to this list for now. And yeah, I think with that being said, we are ready to play some matches. This looks to be a good opening hand. We have turn 3 Seedshark into Tezzeret, hopefully. We're not draw, though. Yeah, good. By the way, I'm also testing for the Pro Tour right now, which is going to be in 2 weeks already. So this is going to be, it's going to be standard. So what that will mean is that, yeah, I won't be sharing the craziest, sickest techs on the channel in the next days. I can't share much, right? I'm in a testing team. We're doing it secret, of course. So yeah, but I'll be covering more decks that are performing the Standard Challenge. I see online. I have a couple decks in the pipeline. The Standard Challenges really have already brought us some interesting new decks with new cards, so I can just you know, showcase those decks to you. And then after the Pro Tour happened, I'm going to be totally free in playing every deck that I want to play and show you as well all the tech that I found for the Pro Tour, or my team and I. So 4 cards in hand, Tenacious Underdog. If I play this, I might lose out on a bit of tempo because they're up 3 mana here. I think I don't want to lose out on that tempo. I just want to pass here. Keep up, make disappear. You know, like if I play Seedshark, they go for the throat and then play a Sheoldred. I'm so far behind. So yeah, or make disappear. Of course, they could have also had that. They're gonna pass back. Yeah, I'm just gonna play this draw go game. I feel like they're sitting on I want to make disappear at least. Wonder if I should kill that Tenacious Underdog. Probably not. I can take a couple more hits. I hope they're playing something. No. Alright. Now I'm gonna pull the trigger. Just go for the throated. Yeah. What am I supposed to... Oh, Infernal Grasp, okay. Opponent playing a list out of the Stone Age here with Tenacious Underdog and Infernal Grasp. Yeah. Not great. I think I just go for the throat this. It looks weird, but I really want that Incubate token, so my Tezzerets do something. Like with 1 Incubator, I basically have a 6/6 here, which is nice. And if they return Underdog next turn, that'd be good for me, I think. Then I can get a Tezzeret down and, you know, start doing my own thing, and I still have Make Disappear up as well. Trespasser. Yeah, I don't mind that too much. I could also play Sheoldred. This thing is hard to kill, right? Because I think this is best to just go with the Tez. Because of go for the throat, not being able to kill it, you know? Now I just do this. And I could swing for 6. Or I could just chill. Probably just gonna chill here. Make disappear to protect. Playing more Infernal Grasp, right? They're not even on the go for the throats. Infernal Grasp to go around the artifact clause. No? Alright. If they've invoked Despair, I have the answer. Opponent's prepared, huh? Oh no, Liliana. I mean, yeah, that one does work too. Oh, the worst. Alright, you get me. Tezzeret down. Touche. I guess I'm glad I didn't throw my Sheoldred out there to die. Alright. Unusual list. Like Trespasser is also something you don't see in Grixis. What do I do here? What do I do here? I think I have to play the Sheoldred and just keep up to Make Disappear, hoping they don't have another answer for Sheoldred. But they have priority here, which makes me think they have another answer. Yeah. They do. And they also go for the throat. Okay. Well, I hope that's the last answer you had. No Invoke Despair, please. Have mercy. Can the brew withstand the powerful Grixis deck? My opponent hasn't played a Fable yet, so... What they've been doing has been rather fair. Alright, that was a bit unfair. But I mean, I'm playing the same card, so... Can't complain. This kind of Flesh Gorger, alright. I don't know what happened. Like, this is just a random pile of cards. That's how it looks to me. Well. I could trade the Sheoldreds. This is gonna... Yeah, no, this does not look pretty for me. No, no, no. Alright, I'll play this, I guess. This is just... Everything's awkward. I'm at 10. Okay, well, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a card here. And then I'm gonna... Yeah, gain 2, lose 2. And then I'm gonna make it a creature, so to be insulated against the Liliana minus. Yeah, and from there on out, I don't know, I'm hoping for good top decks, really. Blue Sun's Twilight, that would be a mighty one. Yeah. They can minus, kill my Bankbuster, and then they can... Just gonna try to trade with me. I think I'm okay doing that. I like the idea of keeping my Tezzeret around. They're gonna kill my Bankbuster, I assume. Of course. Alright. Not killing the Bankbuster. Okay, I'm going for the Blue Suns. Although, yeah, whatever. Okay. Well, if I draw more cards, the Sheoldred kills me. But how else am I gonna win this? So I'm gonna draw cards. Oh gosh, painful. They had to top deck Sheoldred right away, right? That's just... Yep. Magic the Gathering at its best, at its finest. Alright, we'll draw a card. A little too late to the party. Little too late. Yep, a little too late. Alright, GG. What are we gonna do here? Cut down doesn't look that great. Trespasser looks decent, I'd say. Hearse could be fine. I'll play another Go for the Throat. Couple Duress. Not sure about the March. I like the Blue Suns, it can steal Goblin Shamans. Not sure about the Make Disappear. I like Negate a little bit more. Try a Hearse. I mean, the Hearse ability will not be reduced because it's for free, but hey. It's still an artifact that I can later discard into Teferi. Teferi, I'm saying. Tezzeret, I mean. So there's that advantage, I suppose. Yeah. The standard format seems pretty interesting. I mean, there's lots of cards that are worth trying and playing around, and more than, like, I think Phyrexian will be one was a fairly low impact set on standard. Sure, there was a Traxa, stuff like Ossification was a really good role player, of course, for the mono white deck. But like Grixis didn't receive much. Esper received Skrelv. There were things in that set, the mana base, of course, but not much. And here we're already seeing, Italy make a splash. Great performance in like a red in a mono white splash Italy, like a red white mono white build with Italy, flickering Italy. That's a deck that I'm gonna cover soon. And the reanimate decks are playing Italy now, so lots of things to try. And Italy is only one of the few cards that are making a splash. I mean, credit where credit is due. My opponent maneuvered that game, I think, pretty well. I don't know exactly what's going on in their hand, but they never played into Make Disappear, and we should acknowledge that. Like, the game could have gone entirely different if they would have just slammed the Trespasser right away or the Sheoldred. I don't know if they had it or not. Maybe they just didn't have those cards. But I must assume they had some of them, right? Like, but they just kept passing, not playing into my counter magic, not giving me that opportune window to deploy and get ahead on the board. So, well played by them. Okay, Make Disappear. Ooh, well, I'll go with Trespasser then, and then next turn we can go Duress plus Seedshark. I'm not playing Sheoldred, so I'll just exile this, I guess. Maybe I should exile my own graveyard in case my opponent plays the new Sheoldred, huh? Yeah, I think that's correct, actually. Blood Tithe, alright. Ooh, well, I'll go with this one first. A little 1/1 incubator. I mean, the 1/1 incubator with the Tezzeret can still turn into a big thing. Okay, opponent doesn't have much going on. Just took a negate. Okay, that was a good draw, but I do have the answer. Bankbuster. Well, sure. More incubators. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, I don't think I want to trade for the Harvester. No, just gonna stay back. Sure, I would gain a life, but I think the Trespasser is more valuable. If they ever pass the turn without playing a spell, it becomes a 4/4, and then the Harvester doesn't block it anymore. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. All my progress. Still winning, but that was a good comeback. Brotherhood's End. I mean, that one's good against incubate tokens, that's for sure. Well, let's see if you can also rip the... Go for the throat of the top. Looks like they didn't. Alright. I guess I'll attack first. Exile. Yeah, I'm just gonna eat my own graveyard. With that new mechanic of the opponent, like Sheoldred, saying, hey, 8 or more cards in the graveyard, I can flip it. I think it's just correct to eat your own graveyard. Maybe you can make up a reason why it's not. I'd love to hear that. Alright, this is a pretty dominating victory here. Now they have a counterspell. Okay, sure. Yeah, that's fine. I'll still get my incubate token, you know. Yeah, Seedshark performing. When it's not being killed, it just amasses value and value over time. Alright, maybe the hearse is not that great. I haven't seen a Corpse Appraiser yet, but I must assume they're playing 4. Right. Trespasser is kind of mediocre. I think I'm going with the hearse because Trespasser just being stopped by Blood Tithe and Corpse Appraiser isn't great. And hearse always stops Appraiser. Well, the Trespasser, sure, exiles a creature, but then it sticks there, and then they can, I don't know, kill another creature end of turn, then play the Corpse Appraiser, right? I can't respond to that. With the hearse, I can respond to the Corpse Appraiser. I could see playing more Duress on the draw. Or Rona's Vortex even. Don't want to lose to Sheoldred. Alright, let's try this. Not so sure actually. Maybe Negate isn't even that good. I don't know. They seem to be high on creatures, and this is a little bit more of a tempo deck than a control deck, so like this deck doesn't care that much of certain non-creature permanents like Bankbuster or Fable Resolve. Sure, they're good, but with Seedshark and Sheoldred and Trespasser, you have a decent board presence, at least against a Goblin Shaman, and of course against Bankbuster. This board presence means that you can apply pressure, which then makes that card weaker, so you don't need the negate effect as much as you would need the negate in like a hard control deck, where you really would have to answer things. Hand is pretty bad. I got my mana, I got my lands. Well, probably one of those hands that you just have to keep, hoping that your opponent also has a mediocre hand and that the rest can really do work. And of course, I mean, if I draw like 2 spells in a row here, then my hand's pretty good. Okay, lots of counter spells. Well, yeah, I gotta take the Bankbuster. Even though the tap land, the Bankbuster is the most scary card there. Now let's hope that they don't just slam dunk Liliana. I do have Otawara for Liliana. They're just playing it slow. I would find it very weird if it... Okay, that makes sense. I was going to say I would find it weird if they're going to play a Liliana there. No, they're playing well. They're playing around counter magic and stuff. And keeping up their counter magic, of course. Blue Sun's Twilight. That's a powerful card, but in the face of the counter magic, not sure how good it's going to be this game. Now you're going to play Liliana, but... Oh my god, that was the worst draw. Like the best draw for them. The worst card to see for me. This game just turned from 50-50-ish to 0% for me. Not 0 maybe, but you know, like it feels like 0. Alright, I'm starting to slam stuff because now that they have to make the choice between countering and activating Bankbuster, I think it's fine to play into the counter magic. It doesn't feel good, of course, trading your precious cards against these. Yeah, the Bankbuster is, yeah, it's good. Maybe I was right. Maybe negate is important, actually. I would have loved to have a negate there. Now you're gonna play Lily. Interesting. I don't know. The Sheoldred looks pretty awful in the face of the Lily. I could just ditch the land. They're probably gonna keep the Disdainful Stroke in hand, right? I'm not sure what to do there. They discard land, yeah. This is just a soup. Oh, awesome. Okay. This is a rough spot, yeah. So if I play Sheoldred, they might just... I think if they're smart, they're just gonna let the Sheoldred resolve. Which, that'd be so terrible for me. If they counter with the stroke, maybe I have a shot of like trying to get the Liliana with my Otawara. I don't think they're gonna let the Sheoldred resolve. It's this game. I don't even know how to get out of this. Some wonder has to happen. This is just... The cards that my opponent had here were very, very well lined up against my stuff. There was nothing I could do, I feel like. Could play a different deck. Different strategy that is not bad against, yeah, Bankbuster, Liliana and stuff. My opponent's deck looks like the better deck in this matchup, right? What cards they're running. The Liliana looks really, really good against me. I don't know, this is just, I don't know what I'm even trying to do here. can't let the Liliana ultimate. This is just... Oh, am I winning this game? Maybe with... I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. You never know. You never know. I'm not dead yet. Whoa. What? Undying Menace. Okay, my opponent playing some spicy cards. Okay. But that's what you have the discard for, to get rid of Undying Menace. Oh god. Maybe I needed to play the Sheoldred the turn prior. It's just... It is so difficult to play against that. Okay. That's a start. I can steal that for 2 mana. Okay. I'm getting a little bit of an advantage here, but alone the 4/4 is dominating the board next turn. That's already bad for me. Whoa. It's aggressive. I could make disappear that. It essentially gives me a goblin. I think that's the call, honestly. Also, kind of surprised to see my opponent do that. Like, there's no rush in doing that, I think. Could just activate your Bankbuster. I think that's a much better play. Like, why would you need to Inferno Grasp right there and then? You know, like, this thing doesn't get haste. Discarded the stroke. Okay. I have a Sheoldred. Alright, progress undone. Sheoldred looks awful again. Yeah, opponent has a walk in the park here against me in this game. Yeah, I can't play the Sheoldred into a Lily. That is not something I can do. Now they can plus the Lily, so I mean it got me either way. But hey. You could play Lily yourself. It triggers the shark. Now they can attack for 7, play Lily plus with 0 cards in hand. Can't say I'm not jealous. You know what? I think I've had enough. I'm not going to give my opponent the pleasure. This game is over, and I'm going to concede. Alright, that is a pretty great opening hand. Zeratar's Proving Grounds. Alright, Junt, I like it. I always love to play against Junt. Beastcaller, okay, so not Junt the way I thought it would be. Maybe it's Gruel aggro or something like that. I lean towards keeping up Go for the Throat over the Bankbuster here, so I don't fall back on tempo. Oh, okay. Back up 1. It's a 3/3 that dies to cut down. I killed the Adaptive. I believe that's the one that's growing, so... Here the Seedshark has to be phenomenal if it survives with Tezzeret making 8/8. Elvish Vatkeeper, okay, we got a little Incubate Brew. I think this is the right play, right? I mean, I could go Trespasser, cut down, but just making an 8/8 seems so appealing. Oof. Okay. Whoa. Wow. Wow, what a blowout. I didn't expect tears, I'm not gonna lie. Damn. Damn. Make it 4/4. Nah. My guy flips, so that's nice. Could attack, gain some life, sure. Exile, exile. Take 7 on the backswing. Okay. I like that card. No, let's stay back. Thinking about blocking with the Bankbuster. I think that's a good call. Block and draw a card. Oh, Sheoldred. Sure, I kill the beast card end of turn. Exile and the shark. Keep the island in hand in case we draw a Tezzeret and want a plus. And that's it. Alright. So, Go for the Throat comes in. Vortex, sure. Probably the March as well. What do I not like? I mean, I kind of like everything. Bankbuster. Usually the card you would take out against an aggro deck, but with Tezzeret, it actually becomes pretty good. So, don't necessarily want to do that. Trespasser can be outclassed, but it was kind of good in this game. But like this thing just trades with the Trespasser. The Trespasser is a bit small. The Shark is like a lot better. The Blue Sun I'm definitely gonna keep. The March is technically a bit expensive, of course. Very inefficient. Rona's Vortex also inefficient. Cut down seems good. Make disappear on the draw. Maybe I'll shave some make disappears. I'll shave one. Nah, I'll shave one Bankbuster. One Bankbuster, one Tezzeret gone. Although the Shark into Tezzeret combo seems kind of great. But then again, they just blew me out with Shark into Tezzeret. That was not part of me winning that game, right? Like that was more part of me losing that game. Getting my 3 and 4 drop destroyed by there 2 drops. Duress, alright. I guess the Blue Sun is gone. Or maybe to Go for the Throat? No, the Blue Sun. Ooh, okay. Huh, the Blast Zone could come in handy here. Killing both these. Oh, no creature pre-combat. That's big. Ozolive. Okay. This is not a combo, by the way. Right? Yeah, no. This is 1+1 counters, and this is oil counters, and it gets 1+1 for each oil counter. So it's not actually a 1+1 counter. Let's kill the Beast Caller. And then I'm just gonna pop this Blast Zone right away. Get my 2 for 1. Oof, that's a lot of lands. Alright. Another Beast Caller. I go for the throat. I mean, this exiles kinda, and this doesn't, but this costs 2 mana less. I don't know what they might have, but I mean, I'll just keep the more powerful removal, even though it is more expensive. Oh, that was a good draw. That was a good draw. No go for the throat. Yep, nice. Okay, that's fine. Although that will be a 3/3, but Vortex is pretty good against. Ooh. Ooh. I have one more turn and I have the copy, so I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Contagious Vorek. I like that card. Another adaptive. So this will be just a 3/3. I want to copy that, right? So I don't want to kill it. Yeah. Let's swing. And steal it. Now we get an ETB as well, so we get the incubate token. Pawn goes to 5. And they're really under the gun now. They can't even pursue dealing me damage, really. Yeah. Oh wow, this attacks. Alright, I'll take 5. And you are dead. On board. So I'll do this. Activate here. Yeah, exactly 5 damage coming through. Alright, on the play, yeah, seems reasonable. This does seem reasonable. Opponent's mulliganing. Yeah, Chandra is also an amazing card in the new set. Just, yeah, there's some really nice ones. Oh, planes, okay. Mono white it is. It's a good test for this deck. How's the mono white matchup? Play the Seedshark. Yeah, I mean, Seedshark is, of course, a card that's vulnerable to removal, just like Sheoldred, right? Go for the throat, trades up against Sheoldred, against Ossification, trades well against Seedshark. So there's the downside with these cards, clear. But then if they survive, they do a lot of work, right? And the Seedshark being a 2/4 flyer, it at least makes it so that red removal isn't very good against it. You really have to have a hard removal spell, like a go for the throat or Ossification. Cut down doesn't do it either. Okay, so now I could make Shark and then cut down one of these 1/1s, or I could just play a Sheoldred. I think I just want to get a Sheoldred down. If my opponent doesn't have a removal for the Shark, I don't think they have a removal for the Sheoldred, and Sheoldred just does the most damage, the most pressure. More than these Sharks could ever do. Bring all these 1/1s. Yeah, they're not doing much here. My opponent could have a gun draw. Oh wow, this is an amazing draw here. It allows me to commit to the board without committing into a farewell, and the opponent just concedes. Well, that makes me think they didn't even have a gun draw there. Okay, well that worked out good. So we don't want cut down in this matchup, that's for sure. Trespasser isn't that great either. We want Negate and we want Duress. Rona's Vortex. Vortex. At least it clears Planeswalkers, but I mean, it does also get rid of annoying, like Sanctuary Warden or Out of Dawn Sky, so it's probably good here. March, I don't love. Trespass, I don't love. Go for the Throat, I don't love. But you probably want some number of them. Of those Go for the Throats. Maybe Trespasser out, one Go for the Throat out, one Hearse in. So I have something against the Sarah Paragon. Maybe we should just play Go for the Throat. Now I have 7 spot removals, kinda. That's probably good. Trespasser, Sarah Paragon. Yeah, Sarah Paragon is going to be an annoying card. Alright, I'll get rid of one Go for the Throat. Get a Hearse back in. Blue Suns is clunky, but you know, against Mono White, the games go really long, and if they play a Sanctuary Warden and you have a Blue Suns for X equals 6, boom. The game ends on the spot pretty much. So Blue Suns is, I think, good in this matchup, even though it's a bit slow. Sure, that's a mulligan. I think I'm gonna risk it because I don't want to go to 5 and the hand has double Duress. But what do I bottom? Maybe to Go for the Throat. Maybe to make disappear, honestly. It seems a little difficult to keep up mana with this hand. Alright. I think I want to go with Duress because of Bankbuster. Okay. Well, they have 2 removal for my Shark, so I think I'm just going to take the Planeswalkers with the Duress and just go Bankbuster control. Well, that turned out well. Kept the 1 lander, drew 2 lands off the top. Darkslick Shores, land number 4. Okay, lands are not an issue, clearly. Okay, well, look at their hand, and the Bankbuster just gonna run away here against this. And that's always nice. When you play a deck with Bankbuster and Threats, your opponent has to have removal for the Threats, right? Because otherwise they just lose to Seedshark or Sheoldred, but then you have Bankbuster and the removal doesn't do anything against Bankbuster. It gives that really difficult 1-2 punch, essentially. So Tezzeret can be dealt with. Yeah. Although I can play Tezzeret and activate Bankbuster and plus the Tezzeret, so I really get value out of the card. There's no pressure, there's no rush in doing so. I think I'm just gonna activate Bankbuster and then put a Blast Zone counter. Which Blast Zone is pretty good against these ossifications. It will also blow up my own Bankbuster, but I hope they're just gonna use the Destroy Evil on the Bankbuster when I attack here. So I have 7 mana now. I could play Chrome Host into Tezzeret. I kind of like the idea of that. Well, let's attack first. Okay, I'm not pulling the trigger. That's fine. They're probably going to kill the Shark, but I get my 4/4 here out of the deal, so I'm happy. Plus, because making this into a 4/4 doesn't seem very good against removal. Discard. Alright, yeah, looks good. Bankbuster, okay. The Blast Zone innovation really coming through here. against these ossifications. I had a thinking about killing the 1/1. No. Flip this for 0 mana. And plus Tezzeret. Okay. I mean, make disappear doesn't look very good here, but if they're cracking this end of turn, they'll have land less. Maybe make disappear can do something. Play Otawara. No. I mean, I also have a creature to sacrifice, so this Make Disappear can actually be a good counter. They didn't crack the Reliquary. I mean, I could have blown up the Blast on response to cracking the Reliquary, which maybe I would have done. You get an emblem whenever an artifact you control becomes tapped, draw a card. That's ridiculous, and I already have access to that now. So they have to make a move with these ossifications now. Yeah. All right, let's see. We can use Otawara to bounce this with the trigger on the stack. So now it will not exile the Tez. Tez will still be in play. And if they recast ossification, we can just make disappear. Seems good to me. Oh wow, opponent's doing that instead. That implies you lost the game. Maybe they have land laid on? No, okay. Well, sure, that's emblem. And let's draw some cards with the emblem. Well, got that off the bucket list. Tezzeret emblem. Haven't seen that in a long time. All right. Smooth. Okay. Good showing against mono white. On the play, let's go. Ooh. Huh. I mean, we have lands. We have Seedshark. Even though there's a bit of an awkward one, I'll give it a shot. You know, like. Can't really mulligan this hand here, can you? Jetmir's Garden, that's unusual. Of course, the domain deck. The domain deck. Really craving Bankbuster and Tezzeret. Those seem kind of important for this deck. Leyline Binding. Leyline Binding is nice with the Seedshark. Make a 6/6. Alright. Okay, I'll just play that. Let's see. Can she go all the way? Because this is all I have. Those don't go face, unfortunately. Just creature or planeswalker. And what do you got? Laid on Arms doesn't quite do it yet. Fable, okay. Wandering Emperor is a card, but I'm not gonna play around it here. I have nothing going on. I can't afford to play around it. I cannot afford to do so. Let's pass the turn. Let's keep up the surprise effect, a little bit of March of Red Sorrow here. Don't want them to know that the goblin is gonna go down. Fable goes and bites the dust. They go to 10. Wanted Rich. Okay, let's kill the goblin. You guys think I can level this up to 6 to kill the Leyline Binding? Is this gonna happen this game? I mean, if they go second Leyline Binding, that might actually be a way to win this game, right? Okay, new card. New card. Invasion of Ergamon. Makes a treasure, then you may discard a card. So it's a ramp. And also card selection. Going down to 8. Sheoldred does it all, huh? Swing. Ah, they have a binding. Alright, alright, alright. Damn. They must have drawn the Agamon, right? Not bad, not bad. Okay, I mean, now the game plan is going to be to blow up these leyline bindings. Let's see if I have the time, because this takes me multiple turns. 2 counters. Yeah, this takes me a lot of time, actually. Okay, return target non-battle permanent, so they can return to Fable. Yep. I mean, battles are very nice with Atraxa, right? You can find them. So I see what is going on here. It's basically a 5-color Reanimator deck. Like this and Fable discards the Atraxa, and then this gets the Atraxa back. Alright, sure. So I guess we'll just put 2 counters for now. And we'll blow up Fable and Kiki. Opponent is sitting on 3 cards. And I can either play Trespasser or I can kill the Goblin. I think I should just kill the Goblin. The treasure... Don't want it to hardcast the Atraxa here. I just hope they are sitting on, I don't know, more reactive cards. But judging from the look of the deck, yeah. They have more of that. That's not good for me. More Fables. More Fables is always good. Alright. Guess I'll just plus the Tez. Can discard these 2. Then cut down this. Or I could be ballsy and keep the Make disappear. Just anticipating that they have Atraxa. That's a way to get back into this, right? If I can make them spend the entire turn on Atraxa. Yeah, what do you attack? Everything has 5. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Hurt Migration could also be... Ooh. Yep, that will resolve. Okay, they found Drac and Fable. Well, yep. Yep, yep, yep. Vortex, okay. You are not allowed. Seedshark, no. There's a Seedshark. That's a start. Drag to the bottom. Do I want to cut down or go for the throat? Because cut down allows me to flip the incubate token. If, you know, that's important, but is that important? I don't see why it would be. I have to have Tezzeret in play. I don't need to... Cost me 0 mana to flip the incubator, so... Strictly better to make a 2-2 there. I'm gonna discard 2 lands, keep the drag, okay. Am I winning? I mean, it's the Seedshark. They have to spend the drag to kill the Seedshark? Okay. Well, what will that find, though? Drag and Invasion. There's Desecrator. Jesus. The 5th battle on the battlefield. That's just funny. Okay, Invasion into play. Wild. Discard a drag. Okay. Look at this. I have to... Okay. This is 6 battles now. 2, 2, and 2. Hilarious. Wait. Oh, shit. I was thinking for a second that I have him. Because... I mean, I might have him. Because if I get a... I'll just block. Let's see what you do. I think they have to drag, otherwise they're dying. Because I can go for the throat, the Kiki end of turn. Get a 2/2. Make it a 4/4. Attack for 8. Are you telling me you have an instant? Well, I'm going for it. Blue Suns. I mean, that ain't too bad either, I guess. Well... Alright, I'll just cast that, I guess. Make a 6/6 incubator, steal the goblin. And then I'll Tezzeret minus on the 2/2. Have a 6/6. Nah, you got it or you don't. Because this is 8 damage coming at you. They have it, huh? They have a Leyline Binding, number 3. Okay, alright. Well, now you got a drag, though. And then I have a 6/6 coming at you, so... They need more than just this drag. They do have all the types, so it gives -6, -6. Alright. Kiki's gonna go down. But your last card has to be a good one. Alright, a cycle, a redraw. It's pretty nice that Incubate advances you on the board, but it doesn't advance you into a sweeper, right? It doesn't overcommit you into a sweeper. They don't have it. And then they have haste, right? Sort of. If they've been 1 turn in play, you just attack immediately. So Incubate is pretty good against sweepers. Okay, wow, I didn't think I would win that game. Cut down gone, March gone. Negate in, Duress definitely in. I guess we're bringing the Hearse, huh? Against all the shenanigans. Vorak, Kiki. So I need some number of removal. Sheoldred. Probably want the Sheoldred. Wonder about the Hearse. I wonder... No, I guess a Trespasser is fine. I mean, it's a threat that also works against the graveyard. But it kind of walks into drag. Drag to the bottom. On the other hand, it's also good with Bankbuster. I think I'm gonna cut 1 Sheoldred for 1 Trespasser. And I keep free go for the throats. I don't want to lose a random game to, you know, 2/2 Goblin Shaman or a Kiki taking over. Yeah, this is good. This is what I'm looking for. Duress into Bankbuster and a counterspell. I would be happy keeping this 5-card hand here on the left side. I don't even need these 2. Another Duress, perfect. Alright, they have Vorak, they have Invasion. Invasion is a little difficult to cast right now. Invasion is also card disadvantage, right? Because they only really get a treasure out of the deal if they don't ever flip the other side, which they will be able to with the Contagious, I suppose. No, I'm gonna take the Fable. Bankbuster, okay. So now I'm gonna play Vorak. And then next turn I hope to find a land, and then I can go Duress plus Bankbuster activation. Oh, perfect. Double Herd Migration. I mean, the Agamon is good here because they have a free, so I should probably take the Agamon. If they didn't have the free, I might take the Herd Migration there. No, that's not resolving. Attack for 4. Sure. Also works on a graveyard, which is good against that Otawara battle. All right. Now this is gonna flip. Nice. I could Tezzeret. I could Sheoldred. I mean, that's also reasonable. Yeah, honestly, that seems best now. Sheoldred crew. It's just so much pressure. Attack for 8. Yeah. All right. Apparently, that was the play. That was blue-black Mire Shark Control, and I must say, I do like the archetype. I don't quite think it's, you know, broken or anything. I think it's a good deck, but if I'm playing against Grixis mid-range or, you know, just like Fable decks that have cheap removal like Go for the Throat, I don't know if I feel great about choosing this deck. But hey, if I'm playing against an aggressive deck, this is going to be phenomenal. 4 Seedshark, 4 Sheoldred, give me all those soldiers, give me those toxic, give me those mono red players. This is going to be phenomenal. And then against go bigger decks like mono white or domain, you have these really annoying threats. You have Bankbuster, you have Tezzeret, which is also like a planeswalker that draws you cards and can be aggressive with the Seedshark. And you have counterspells and Duress to really disrupt your opponent. So I kind of like the blue-black deck against these slower decks, against other control decks, for example. So yeah, where it doesn't shine, I think, is in the mid-range fights, but against aggro and then against the control decks with its nice sideboard, with all these Duresses, I think this deck is pretty good. Suggestions for changes would be, I love me a Grixis command. I really like that card. I'll probably try to put that in the sideboard, really good against Esper Legends. And I think it's a little bit too much graveyard hate. Unlicensed Hearse isn't as necessary in a deck with counterspells either, right? Because Cruelty of Gix ain't gonna resolve. So you could cut some of these Hearse for, I don't know, like a Grixis command. And then Disdainful Stroke is a card that I like a lot too. Not so sure about these March of Red Sorrows. Maybe you can find a different card there as well. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this content and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.